Okay, yes, I'm alive. I'm still here. I'm still making videos, you know, but it's like a whole panoramic out here.
I don't got that kind of time because it's the panoramic, okay?
Panoramic has caused some delays.
It's Lisa, it's Lisa, it's Lisa Danielle. Something like that.
What's up, world? It's your girl Lisa D, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, don't forget, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and click that notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video or whatever. I'm back. I know I haven't uploaded a video since March, but y'all, this pandemic though, it's like your girl was going through. Like, low-key, I filmed like a ton of DIYs, and I may still try to post them, but like, I just wasn't, I don't know, I was in a rut. It was like, nah, no ma'am, no sir, ever. Today, I am back with yet another denim DIY, the jogger jean. Joggers and jeans, right? Comfort, stretch, vintage, turn up. So I have been seeing these jogger jeans everywhere. I love them. I love vintage jeans, but when they don't stretch, like what I'm supposed to do? So this is definitely curvy girl friendly. So if you like the shape of like vintage jeans, but you need the stretch, this is perfect. Like I found the solution. I'm a genius. So if you want to see how I made these jogger jeans, then stay tuned. So I'm starting with a pair of vintage jeans that I got from my thrift store and these Walmart joggers that I actually reverse tie-dyed myself. So if you want to see a tutorial on that, let me know in the comments down below. So there are a few ways to do jogger jeans, but we are going to do the ones that are jeans in the front and joggers in the back, which I think is the easiest way. So in future tutorials, we'll do the more complex ones. So I'm just going to cut up the side seam, and I'm going to leave like a 1/2 inch seam allowance because we're going to need that. We don't want these jeans to be any smaller. So technically I'm cutting into the back side. Then I'm just going to open it up and do it again on the other side so that both side seams are cut open. Then we're going to do the inseam, once again cutting more into the back with the 1/2 inch seam allowance so that we have the front piece with our 1/2 inch seam allowance all the way around so that when we sew it together, it's not going to be like too small. So because I'm extra and we're not going to use this back piece, I decided that I do want to take the pockets off and use them on my jogger jeans. And I really like the seams, like the stitching around the edges. So I'm not going to seam rip it. I'm just going to cut out the pockets just around. And you'll see that I left the like inside part intact too so that I can just glue it to the jogger jeans. No need to make life harder. Then I'm going to take my seam ripper and rip off the patch because I think it'll be dope to put the patch on as well. Please be careful. These are vintage, so I did end up tearing this by accident because I mean it's an old tag, so but I can fix that with the glue, no big deal. Now we're gonna take our sweatpants and basically do the same thing we just did with the jeans. So I'm gonna just kind of lay it flat facing the front, and I'm gonna cut into the front with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Just cutting through the pocket because I'm not going to use those side pockets. The jeans already have front pockets. So just cutting up the side seams on each leg, and then I'm going to flip it around and cut the inseam just like we did with the jeans. So as you can see here, because I cut the pockets, there's like a hole. So all we're gonna do is just straight stitch that down. I pinned it here and I'm just gonna take it to my sewing machine and just straight stitch it. Super easy, super simple, just close that up. Now I'm gonna take my jeans and I'm going to attach it to my joggers. So it's important that you start at the inseam, so that very center seam, and you're gonna do right sides together and just start pinning that together. So you wanna start your pinning at the inseam, at the center seam, so that everything lines up perfectly. And I was very lucky that these joggers were actually the same length as my jeans. If they're not the same length, it's cool. You can make it more abstract and have the front or the back be longer, or you can just cut it to make it all even. So once everything is pinned, there's like 3 main points you want to make sure are lined up. That's the center seam that we talked about earlier, and the bottom edge should be lined up on both legs. Then you just take it to your sewing machine and sew it together, straight stitch all the way around. So once you've sewn those two pieces together, this is what it will look like, and you can kind of flip it right side out so that you can see what it's gonna look like, make sure everything is good to go. Then you wanna turn it back to right sides together, so inside out, and you wanna match up the side seams. So you wanna start at the waistband and make sure that point is matching, and then the bottom is also matching. And if your inseam is correct, then they should match up just the way you want it to. So you just pin that down, and we're gonna take it to our sewing machine and yet another straight stitch on both outside seams of each leg. And once you're done, this is what your jeans will look like. Super cute, super dope. But of course, I wanna add those pockets to the back. So I'm just gonna lay my pants back down flat, grab those pockets and line them up. And I realized like after the fact that I could just take the back part of the denim that we cut these pockets from and line it up. This way I can make sure the pockets would be exactly where they were if they were still on the jean. Super easy life hack. So you just get it all lined up, and then I'm just gonna take some E6000 glue and glue those pockets down, glue the patch down, and that's pretty much it. After that, you're done. Time to try them out.